So we got hey Liana, how are you doing? Nice to see you in here. Steve Maris, a couple more people jumping in. Nice, Chester. Okay, Texas Chainsaw Massacre hot packages revving up. A Leatherface lurks again. The dish. Let's read through this real quick. Nick, I agree with you. I think this is the one that I'm the most excited about because I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I always talk myself like, do I really love Texas Chainsaw Massacre? And then they put out like the last movie, and I'm like, oh my god, that was so freaking fun. So yeah, I don't know. Exclusive studios and filmmakers are knocking on Verve's door as the agency is sitting on bloody good IP that they're looking to take on the town, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Verve has repped the rights for the slasher series created by Tobe Hooper and Kim Hinkle since 2017. At a time when horror franchises are really the only surefire bets at a post-COVID and strike-impacted box office, the 51-year-old horror property about a chainsaw-wielding serial killer still has potential to make a killing. Let me see. I'm trying to get to the part where it says Glen. Yeah, here we go, right here. One of the parties we hear showing interest in reviving Texas Chainsaw Massacre is filmmaker scribe JT Mollner. We have an update on that in just a second. And producer Roy Lee. Hot off Strange Darling. They don't give me hope. Right? I'm thinking of that Hawkeye freaking gif. But they're $3 million grossing, 96% certified Rotten Tomatoes cult hit. If Mollner gets a script together, word is that Glen Powell would like to read it. It's very early days on this. No contracts or attachments as of yet. And the Mollner-Powell combo is but one interested party of many. So there are a lot of interested parties. Though we've heard that Lionsgate, A24, and others are expressing interest in that version. Also, don't be shocked if Neon jumps in the fray after working with Oz Perkins on Longlegs, The Monkey, and oh my God, Neon, Jesus. This is shaping up to be great, even though JT Mollner just posted "Don't believe everything you read" on X. So I don't know. Like I'm trying to unpack this. Okay, let me bring you guys up to the main screen here. But unpacking this, why would, I guess depending where the source is coming from, why would they announce that JT Mollner behind Strange Dark, like that doesn't just come out of thin air? Like, where does that come from? That makes no sense to me. So maybe because this has happened before where filmmakers have tried to throw us off the scent just to come back around, and they are a part of it. I guess, yeah, my first question for you guys, Davey, is do you think that that's what's happening here, or what are you thinking?
It could be, and then it could also be that they want him to be interested in it. So somebody is leaking out his name because they're like, hey, this is our way of saying, like, we'd love this guy to come over because, I mean, Strange Darling is fucking fantastic.
Oh
I mean, God, you know, easily one of the best films of 2024. Very, very intense, a really well, like, Tarantino-ish kind of storytelling approach, and a small cast. I mean, you know, Glen Powell, he's great, all that stuff. The ladies love him for obvious reasons, but I'm like, you know, I'd like to also see Kyle Gallner make his way into a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or just bring Damien Maffei, who was one of the characters in the video game, like give him another crack at a horror franchise. Not to say that they all couldn't be involved in it. So, yeah, I think it's either him trying to be cheeky because he's still trying to hammer out the finer details. So he doesn't want people to think that it's a thing, or they are this is their way of tipping their hat and being like, dude, we'd love for you to get involved.
Well, you had two hunky boys in Texas Chainsaw 3D, you know, and that's the first thing I thought about with Glen Powell. He kind of fits that mold of the way Texas Chainsaw 3D. Arguably, I think it has like the most model looking actors. But then I guess you could say freaking Jessica Biel too.
Yeah.
But give me Dario, brother. Give me
Dario, dude. Holy shit. Fucking
yeah. I mean, Alexander Dario. So
I'm gonna need a break, guys. No,
yeah. So I think they're gonna stick with that tried and true formula, and you know, have the what does Rob Zombie call them? Chiclets.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see, but You know, Glen Powell, man, that's star power. And if he's really interested, that's another thing too. You got Glen Powell coming forward saying, "Hey, I'd love to do this if he's involved." So, and also if I'm JT Mollner, I just did this small movie that everybody's in love with, and I get an offer like this to do freaking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I got freaking studios like Neon, A24, and you know, why would you not jump at that, right? See, and Destiny's right. The beginning too, it just full. It's just like model central. So, yeah, man, you could go so many different ways with this, but I am extremely excited. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think there's only like maybe I didn't really care for Leatherface from 2017. That one was kind of, bleh, but they always win me back. They always win me back. Nick, are you a Texas guy, or how you did say earlier this is the one you're most excited about? So
I'm most excited about this one because I think there's some real cachet behind it, which is surprising because it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I don't mean that as a slight. I just mean when you look at these franchises, I don't think Texas Chainsaw Massacre would be the first one you'd be thinking about. Like, oh, Glen Powell might star in it. Oh, cool. That's just. It's not what you're thinking. So that gives me hope. Neon obviously is on a run right now. I love the monkey. I loved Long Legs. Obviously JT with Strange Darling. Again, that was a movie I just saw like 2 months ago. A friend of mine sent it to me. Loved it. Like I thought it surprised the hell out of me. I was live texting him like, wait, what the fuck? Like what?
Yeah.
Because I thought I knew where it was going and I didn't. So there's a lot of cachet there. And as far as the question of like, well, what could it be? Is this the director being coy? I think that for this director to be mentioned, there has to have been some kind of conversation. And that conversation could have been as simple as like, he showed interest or they reached out to him, something like that. Maybe they haven't even really communicated all that much, but maybe that's their top target. And it could also be the director kind of hedging his bets a little bit and going like, hey, I'm not going to put the cart before the horse. Okay. Like, yes, I'm interested in this, but like, we don't need to talk about this. Like this is a foregone conclusion because who knows? Like, we just don't know yet. Could be a number of things, but I will say above all else, I'm genuinely shocked that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is going to put out more in the last 10 years than Nightmare, Friday, so many of these franchises combined.
We don't need continuity. No, fuck it. We'll just have a brand new story every single time.
They're kind of episodic. Yeah.
We don't care. That's the perfect way to put it, David. They're episodic and we don't care. Just give us barbecue sauce, give us the bloodiest freaking, give us the school bus with the, you're going to get canceled. It just freaking obliterates everybody.
Yeah. And there's something to respect and appreciate about that, honestly. There really, really is. Because for me, that's just like, at least it's people care to put stuff out, with this IP. Like they care enough. I wish we could have that for Freddy Krueger. I'd kill for that. I'd love a new Nightmare movie. So yeah, there's a lot of potential there. So we'll see though. We'll see, guys. Okay. If it doesn't end up with Neon, it doesn't have a good director or whatever, I'm not going to be over the moon about it. All right. Like Lee, although a lot of people liked 2022 more than me, although it was a fun time, I was just like,
I love it.
If I hear, guess what? Netflix re-upped and they're making another one.
Sure.
I'm like, wow, can't wait. Like, or
I think
we got to fathom
the reason I got to give you this. The reason I love this the last one so much is because, and I get it. Yeah, it's silly, stupid, but they had the balls, and I think this was a dig at Halloween 2019. They had the balls to build up Sally for so long. And you're thinking, oh my God, this is going to be this like ultimate showdown. And then what does Leatherface do? He freaking picks her up and throws her in the trash. Like that fight lasted like 2 seconds. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe they did. And
well, it lasted 2 seconds because the movie is only like 82 minutes long.
I'll give it that.
It's barely a movie.
But then it was fun off at the end. I mean,
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Bringing back the chainsaw dance at the end. I actually was sitting there, and when that happened, I was watching my brother and my ex-wife, and I was like, oh hell yeah! And they were both like, this is fucking stupid. And I was like, you guys don't get it. You don't get it. This is awesome. This part's awesome. But you
got to go in with a mindset. I think
it was fun enough for sure, and hopefully, if Glen Powell wants to be involved, I can just see him doing like a Matthew McConaughey-ish sort of performance, like really going ham. Alley Girl says that Glenn and Matthew McConaughey they're on a campaign to bring more filming to Texas. So maybe Glenn wants to be involved in producing as well as starring in it. And Daniel from the Cobwebs channel says Glenn Powell just wants to keep wearing cowboy hats.
Yeah,
that's fine by me, man. He plays a good cowboy. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'd love to.
He was great.
I'd love to see him play a bad guy. I think that, I mean, maybe that's like a little obvious, but it would be fun. And of course, in this franchise, you can, think that they're a good guy for the first half of the movie and then have him turn.
Well, hello there. You just watched an outrageous clip from the Hit the Bricks podcast. I really hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more clips, you can click here or you can click here. And you can just have yourself a ball, all right? And also follow the Hit the Bricks podcast on Spotify as well. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.